Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, it's Ash and Gray space time. Woohoo!
Hi everybody, it is a Sunday and I am very excited to be making this video. So I kind of alluded to this I'm not sure when this is going up, so either a video ago or a couple videos ago, that I had a really big announcement that I was going to make, and I think I'm ready to make it. And some of you got it in the comments, so well done. Drum roll sound effect. I am getting top surgery. I've officially been approved for it, and it's hard for my eyes not to like, oh, it's happening, okay. Welling up with joy because this is something that I didn't think was going to happen, and I want to explain how it happened because some of you might be in the same position that I am. So, and I was really confused throughout the entire process of what was the best way to go about things. And yeah, so first of all, my surgery is booked. My surgery date is January 15th, which is going to come up faster than I'm sure I'm expecting. It's been booked for about a month now, and I am so jazzed. So it's been hard to kind of keep this secret, but I wanted to tell my friends and my family before I told the internet. Something that my friends have gotten on me before. They're like, I should learn about this stuff from the internet. And I'm like, alright, yeah, you're right. So I wanted to take the time to tell a lot of people in person and make sure my family kind of knew what was going on. So right after Ash's top surgery, my dysphoria got super bad because I saw what I thought my chest should look like, and I experienced the process, and the entire time while I was so happy for Ash, I really wished that we were in opposite positions. So, and because of my gene, I didn't think that that was really going to be possible for me. So I was really discouraged, and I was in a kind of a bad place mentally, in complete transparency. So I knew I had to do something, and Ash was, of course, incredible and really encouraged me to talk to my doctor and see what was possible. And so that's what I did. So the first step I did was I called the oncology office that I've been to in the past, and I kind of said that I wanted to leave a message with my oncologist or my oncologist nurse and kind of just start the conversation, see if it was like a hard no right off the bat or if it was a deeper conversation. Luckily, it ended up being a deeper conversation. So I had, first of all, my oncologist nurse was so nice. I don't know why she would ever see this video, but Julia was absolutely incredible. She treated me with so much respect and really was an advocate for me, and I really appreciated that. So, which isn't something I thought I was going to experience. So that was a very pleasant, I was very lucky in that. So I left a message with my oncologist kind of explaining that I'm non-binary and that I want to have top surgery, and I want to know what concerns there were that she had as an oncologist regarding my medical future. So it took she was actually out of the office, so it was like a week before I even got a response. But she called me, the nurse actually called me back and said that my oncologist had requested the doctor that I wanted to get the surgery done from, which I am getting it from Dr. Garamoni. I'm going through the exact same process that Ash did, which is funny. So she wanted to know what the actual procedure was, who the oncologist was, what network of insurance he was in, even though I'm not really going through insurance, and then what the procedure entailed. So we had that conversation, and then it was another few days, and then I heard back saying that she had approved me, that it would be sufficient within the standard of medical care for me to get the surgery as long as I continued with preventative screenings for the rest of my life, essentially having MRIs instead of mammograms, which I currently have. So So that was what she had suggested. That's what she approved me for. So I ended up getting a signed letter, and this was before I even scheduled a consultation with Dr. Garamoni. This all took place prior, because
Who made you do that? Who made you check with your oncologist to make sure everything was safe and responsible? Because we didn't want to do it the wrong way or mess anything up or do anything irreversible. We just like to be super safe and thoughtful. Who made you do it the right way?
I'm gonna pick your nose. So like I said, this all happened before I even called Dr. Garamoni to schedule a phone consult or anything like that. I kind of wanted to have everything lined up so that if he had an objection, I could be like, I already thought of it. Don't worry. I understand that you have to do things within like the standard of medical care, and I completely respect that process, and that's why I did it this way. So after I had gotten I had a signed letter from my oncologist saying that there were no oncology concerns, and that I was approved for that surgery. So I already had that, and then I scheduled the phone consult with Dr. Garamoni, and as soon as I got the letter, I immediately called. It was really cute. But unfortunately, they had wrote down my number wrong, and so my actual first consult day, they did not call me, and I definitely cried because I was so hopeful. But then they were really nice the next day and apologized, and then I got to talk to Dr. Garamoni the next Monday. So he called me, and it was funny because he remembered us, and he asked how Ash was doing, and he was really, really nice, and he made the joke of, well, why didn't we just talk about this when you were down here, kind of a thing, and it was really, really nice. So he, kind of made the joke that I would have to go through the same, spiel, because I think people know that he kind of has a set routine of things. So, but I got to go through the whole thing, and he definitely asked me a question that I don't know if he asked Ash. Ash didn't think that he did, but he asked me specifically, do you have any disease or any issues with your breasts besides obviously dysphoria? Because previously when Ash had their phone consultation, I had asked about it, and he was like, no, I don't really do that. I've done it before in the past, but I wasn't really happy with it, kind of a thing. So, I kind of, I did say yes. I said, I wanted to be really transparent with him because I wanted to do things really safely. I didn't want, I wanted this to be a really positive experience, and I didn't want it to be anything where I was nervous that something was going to get found out, and then I, wouldn't get the surgery or something. So he actually looked up the gene while we were on the phone and did a little research while we were talking. I explained who my oncologist was. I gave her name, the hospital that she works out of, and then I let him know that I also had a signed letter. So we kind of talked about that a fair amount, went through the process. He said, okay, I understand this is the preventative screenings that you'll have to do going forward. You won't be able to do mammograms. You'll have to do an MRI. You can also do ultrasound. And he kind of ran me through that process to make sure that I knew what my medical responsibilities will be going forward. So after that, he said, he advised me that I am not a candidate for peri, which I wasn't sure if I was going to be or not. So after that, it got transferred to one of the receptionists and kind of his staff. They were super nice to me, also remembered me, and that was, again, really, really nice. And we kind of got everything scheduled, chit-chatted a little bit, and that's been that. So they send you all the pre-op packets and stuff like that. So now we're in the process of actually booking the flights and getting the Airbnb. And my mom, Thatcher, my mom has been an absolute, such a good support system. She actually offered to fly down with Ash and I and take care of me the entire time I'm there for my surgery. So that is going to be amazing. Having my mom there really means the world to me because she has been I get emotional when I talk about my mom. Her and I have been through so much, and she is the single biggest support system outside of Ash that I have. And she always believes in me, and she knows that I make good decisions, and she doesn't question me on that. And she's really, really trying, and she wants to be involved in this process. And that means so much because I don't think a lot of people have that. And I feel so lucky to have my mom and have the support from her, because without her, I think it would be harder. My mom makes me feel safe. She makes me feel like I'm a really good kid, and she affirms me in so many ways, and I love her for that. So my mom is wonderful, in short. So that's my big news. I'm getting top surgery on January 15th. That is really, really cool. I'm super excited. And yeah, that's probably much it. What else do you have to think, Thatcher? We're gonna have a video coming up shortly where Ash and I kind of talk about what it was like prior to me actually talking to my oncologist, and what the process was like as a support system for me, and you know, maybe some of the concerns that like he has as a spouse with somebody that has this gene. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, splish splash waterfall. Get rid of my boobs.